Hi, everyone. I hope you had a good first day. I know that was a lot to get used to and a lot of new information, but I am glad you're back here at school again today. Yesterday, you watched that video and did the activity with the dots, the 6 dots in a pattern, and then you turned a rectangle into squares. I hope you got something from the video today. I know one thing that stood out to me was the fact that your brains grow when you make a mistake in 2 different ways. I think it's unbelievable that our brains can grow and our synapses can fire when we don't even know that we've made a mistake. And then it happens again once we realize it. Pretty cool stuff. To start things off with our activity today, we're going to take a look at a graph, and that will be coming up here on the screen soon. I want you to take a close look quietly at the graph. Don't share what you're seeing. Find the information in that graph, and then after you've had a good chance to look, then we will share what you're noticing. So go ahead and pause the video as soon as the picture of the graph comes up on the screen. Okay, now that you've had a chance to look at the graph for a little bit, pay close attention to those questions along the side that help you kind of analyze and think about what you're seeing, and now have a discussion. So take turns, and with Mr. Johnson's help, go ahead and share the things that you're noticing about this unusual graph. Okay, so certainly, I hope that you've noticed that this graph doesn't have any numbers on it. It's also using symbols instead of dots or bars or circle graphs, and you can see those emojis scattered all over the graph. Now, I'm sure you shared what those different emojis and their positions on the graph means. Thankfully, that graph was labeled on the X and the Y axis, and that gave a lot of clarity to why those emojis are where they are on the graph. Now it's going to be your turn. So you are going to come up with your own graph of kind of a similar style. So you don't need to use any numbers. Need to come up with a topic, and you'll need to come up with how you want to label that x-axis, the horizontal axis, and the y-axis, the vertical axis. Decide what those labels are going to be after you've come up with your topic. If you're having a little trouble coming up with a topic, try to think about something that you find interesting. I would suggest not doing the same topic that we just saw, the emojis, but instead picking something like your favorite of something. Could be a food, could be an activity, could be something else that you just find interesting. But just remember that you're going to need to get enough data to record about 12 to 15 different points on your graph. So like the emoji graph had 12 to 15 emojis on there, you're going to need to have 12 to 15 different things that fit into your topic, your category. Go ahead and position them along your X and Y axis by how you are ranking them to display your data. Now, once you're able to finish your graphs, take turns sharing your graph with the class. Don't give away too much information before you display your picture of your graph, because we want everybody in the class to kind of guess what it is that your topic of your graph is, and then how you rank them so that maybe they could decide what's your favorite of those items or what's your least favorite of those items just by looking at what you've displayed for them on that graph. I'm sure by doing this, you've learned something about your classmates, seeing their favorite things and least favorite things. And I hope that you're remembering that all along, and as we go through this year and as you go through life, that mistakes are okay, and we can certainly learn and improve and grow our brains because of it.